Hey guys, before I jump into today's topic, I'd like to address the hiatuses that we've been having lately. Again, sorry about that. One of the problems I've been running into is that before I was able to keep a consistent schedule because of the last time on One Piece segment, it was a 20-second segment. I figured, if I can't do 20 seconds a week, I obviously have no qualifications to be a YouTuber. But since letting that project go, if you're not following our Facebook, I explain on there why. It's because of the fact that we don't have access to shorts at the moment. So it's really hard to get traction with those kinds of videos because our average is around 12 minutes and those ones are only about 20 seconds, so it really kills our runtime. So my solution to that is basically I'm going to be doing Toker Talks on Saturdays as well as Tuesdays and Thursdays from now on, but the Toker Talks on Saturdays are going to be very unedited, very quick kind of format, just so it's something breezy that I can get done every single week for you guys, and you can look forward to that content definitely coming out the same way that it was a couple of months ago when I was on top of it. Thank you so much, though, for sticking with us through the hiatuses. We really appreciate all 35 subs that we've been able to amass so far. Love the fact that you guys are still running up the videos. The Woogier video at the time of making this is like 600 some views already, so again, thank you guys immensely. Alright, let's get into it. Hey everyone, Brandon's back. Today we're going to be talking about New Zealand's new drug testing law. This will make New Zealand the first country to have legislation around drug testing facilities. So last week on Friday, November 26th, New Zealand passed a law that made it legal to set up drug testing facilities at music festivals so people can come and get their drugs tested without any worry at all about legal ramifications for having possession of said illegal drugs. Now, I can already hear some of you off in internet land going, "But Brandon, if we allow people to test their drugs, isn't that the same thing as saying that it's okay to do those drugs?" No, random internet person, it is not the same thing as saying that it is okay to do those drugs. It's saying that we know that people do those drugs. So it is better to have facilities where they can test these substances rather than, letting them die. Solely based on the fact that they were addicted to a substance or whatever. Because as you might not realize, one of the reasons why New Zealand wants to extend this program to nationwide access, not just music festival access, is because of the fact that, addiction is a problem that goes beyond willpower. Right? Like, we know that. We know that there are physical components to addiction, we know there's hereditary components to addiction, and we know that there are habitual components to addiction. So there's no reason to think that just because these people have either made some bad choices, or other people that were around them made bad choices that caused them to get addicted to these drugs, they don't deserve to die because of that. They don't deserve to die because they want to have a good time at a music festival and just chill out rather than, end up ingesting bath salts accidentally. So that addresses New Zealand's main thing, right? They are very adamant about this is a safety measure so that people are not endangered as much. And one of the interesting things that I found while researching this is that in actuality, these kinds of facilities reduce drug use because as it turns out, if you're looking to do some DMT to make your party extra cool, you're not super excited to find out the fact that you just ended up purchasing what is 80% bath salts or baby aspirin or any number of things that you shouldn't be putting into your body. And there are studies to corroborate that as well too. I'll leave links to those in the description. I'm not just pulling this out of my ass because I want to be able to say, hey, look at all these cool hard drugs or whatever. I'm just saying that these types of programs are in place so that people are safer. They're not in place to tell you to do more drugs or anything like that. I don't know why that narrative even comes about, quite honestly. If you have a reason for why you think that is somehow the case, feel free to leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take on this subject. For the last thing, it really just makes sense. There is no reason at all to overpopulate your prison with petty drug offenders. Like, that's not keeping them from doing drugs, it's not preventing the harm that these drug users potentially did while they were on said drugs. Nothing is being accomplished by that. You're just sending somebody to prison to send them to prison, and it's not going to fix the problem, and it's not going to keep them from doing drugs even, probably. So like I say, why do it? Why do it that way if we know that it's ineffectual, if we know that it's not how you should do it? Just because you want people that do drugs to be punished? That's dumb. That's not a good reason to punish people, right? You not liking the thing they do isn't a reason to keep them from doing it. The potential harm that could come from the thing that they do is the reason to stop them from doing it. And one of the ways to limit the potential harm that they do is by making sure that when they do the drug that they're doing, it's not some other drug that they have no idea about. And again, just you know, ensuring that they don't end up dying randomly. So I don't know, man, like, it just makes sense to me. Like, these types of things should be all over the world, not just in one country, but we'll see how the situation progresses, and fingers crossed that we just get more and more of these kinds of life-saving facilities that also, again, reduce drug use, that just do everything for all sides. I don't know how any person could possibly be like, this is a bad idea, but if you do, feel free to let me know. Alright guys, that'll do it for my take today. Thanks for joining me. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and follow the high.